Anytime I go to a range, indoor or outdoor, I always bring good eye protection and ear protection. There is a medical kit standing by in case any accidents or boo-boos, and all safety protocols are observed. All right, my pupils, we're out here on the range, and we're going to be doing some testing with CW's cast bullets, man. These are 230 grain cast. That's what I weighed them at, was 230. I ended up with 5 grains of tight group in the 10 millimeter at a 1.260 overall length. And then the 40 Smith & Wesson with the 230 grain cast. Man, these are some honkers. I'm surprised I could get any powder in those cases at all. I ended up compromising with 3.4 grains of tight group with 1.135 overall length. Now, the Smith & Wesson, that's a tough beast for a 40. It's stock. It's the original 1.0, the original M&P, and I got a Valkyrie PL3 light on there from Olight. What I'm going to be using for the 10 millimeter is my Rock Island Armory double stack tack. I shoot this in limited major power factor with 10 millimeter. I get laughed at when I go to events and I pull that big 10 millimeter cartridge out of there, and I go, and they see that and they go, "Holy crap, man, you're shooting a 10?" It's like, yeah, I shoot a 10. Yeah. So let's get these loaded up and take some shots. Now, I only made 10 rounds of each because if I like these, I don't want to run out of them real quick. So we're going to load 10 rounds into this magazine here. This Rock Island is a beast. It should handle just about anything I can put into it. I only loaded up a few rounds in here because those are some slugs, man. And that type group powder, that's pretty fast powder. So let's load this up and take some shots. Oh, we had a hang up. This might be just a little too much overall length for this. Maybe I should have packed them down a little bit further. We got that one on the ground. We got one more in the magazine. That one went in fine. Let's take another shot. Now, I did not get slide lock back, but on this gun, I do not get slide lock back. And I set it up to not get slide lock back because of running it in USPSA. Let's put a couple more in there and take a couple more shots with this, shall we? I'll tell you what though, for my first impressions, man, these are hurting that steel target out there. Let me tell you. That thing swings. Let me turn the camera around and show you. Well, that's it for the 10 millimeter. Handled it like a champ. I knew she would. It's a Rock Island double stack. But let's get the 40 out and play with it next. Now, as a precaution, I would not follow my load data on this because that's my load data. It's my experience. Your experience may differ. Use caution when reloading anything and doing any experimental. There was no data on this, and I just chose to look at everything, do a little math, and make a compromise on it. That does not mean you should do the same thing. I take all of the risk of this upon myself. Now, I've never seen a 230 grain projectile run out of a 40. Now, I've seen it out of a 10 millimeter, but a 40? Man, like I said, I was surprised I had any room for powder in that case. Those are so big. But let's get them loaded up into the Smith & Wesson M&P. We'll see how they run. I hope they run good. 10 millimeter sure did. Wow. I think I can feel it coming out of the gun. CW, crazy. You are crazy. I think I'm just as crazy for doing this. And that plate is just swinging. These are some hard hitting slugs. Man, this is like shooting a shotgun slug out of a pistol. Fantastic. I have to wait for the plate to stop swinging before I can take my next shot. Man, this is better than shooting a high point. I'm smiling every time I pull the trigger. Oh, what was the last one? We are empty. We are safe. Trigger's depressed. Man, this M&P ate those like a champ. Man, CW, you demand. Well, I'll tell you what, that was fun. I'm going to have to load up some more of those and bring them back out again. I do need a little shorter overall length on the 10mm because of the magazine restrictions. The 40 was fine, ran great, fed great, all 10 went real smooth. I'm not going to blame anything on my 10mm. It's my overall seating depth that did that. So we'll make some adjustments to it. Maybe do some powder compromises again. But man, that was fun. Those were some slugs. That plate, I had to wait for the plate to quit moving before I could shoot it again. I haven't smiled so much since I got my high point JXP 10mm. Let me tell you what, man. It's just funny. It's just funny to shoot. Shooting slugs out of a pistol. Well, CW Long Shot, thank you very much for sending these out. I appreciate you, brother. Love you much. And man, this was fun. All right, everybody. I greatly appreciate you. And always remember to keep blowing that smoke.